What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Hybrid Cut. This morning we are downtown Austin. We're gonna log a few miles, anywhere from 6 to 7, and search for some solitude. So let's go.
It's gonna be a riot.
I don't read the newspapers because they all have ugly print.
So this morning was supposed to be an easy run, some nice aerobic miles, but Travis Heights is all hills. As soon as I started running, I realized heart rate was jacked up, so might as well run at a faster pace, get a threshold workout in, some speed work, sprint some of the hills as we come across them. Well, one thing I'm noticing today is a huge difference in just efficiency of running now that I'm losing some weight and getting lighter.
Time is it?
You never thought we'd go to war after all the things we saw. It's April Fool's Day.
What time is it?
Come here. Tomorrow never comes until it's too late.
Hold on, Muley. Old boy about to gun it. 7.59 miles in 56 minutes, 46 seconds. At a 7:29 minute per mile pace. Solid way to start the morning. There are very few runs, for me at least, that beat Travis Heights. Cool neighborhood, houses built within and throughout the hills, and heart rate was elevated, but needed that. That was great. Good morning. Nah, I'd say this is about a 105 gram banana. I can tell the difference now between like a 97 gram banana, 105, 114, and 124. I can tell just by looking at it with the weight. Right. Hey man, if you spend any time in the Army, especially the infantry, you can tell just by looking and feel. My berries, these are 100 grams of berries. Oh no, I dropped a berry in my berries. Honestly, like on days where, you know, I'm out of the house by 6 a.m. I'm not back till 6 p.m. It takes a long time to prep all those meals.
Yeah.
And all that food.
Yeah.
Weigh it out, have it accounted for, put it in, you know, carbon, track it.
What all do you got in the lunchbox right now?
This is just breakfast. This is eggs, blueberries, banana. But when we got to the office this morning, I dropped off my lunch, which is chicken, rice, and then Greek yogurt, protein powder, berries.
All right, so we are at Body Spec. This is my first time. Nick's getting his second DEXA scan of his cutting series, and I came along because I'm actually curious to see what my body fat percentage is at. I'm about 6.5 months postpartum, so information is power, and I'm very curious to see where I'm at and to see how this whole process goes.
I was 211 this morning.
You were like 228 a little over a month ago?
I'm fucking around. The results are in, and better than I could have even imagined. So as of February 3rd, 2023, 10.8% body fat, 216.4 total mass pounds. Fat tissue is 23.3. Lean tissue is 184.9. Bone mineral content, which did not change, 8.2. My last scan, I was 13.2% body fat, now 10.8. Last scan, I was 223.3 pounds, now 216.4. Last scan, 29.4 pounds of fat tissue, now 23.3. And last scan, lean tissue was 185.7. Today, 184.9, which I'm extremely happy with that. Great scan. Great scan. 200 grams of just a cooked jasmine rice, and then 8 ounces of chicken breast tenders. And tonight, Steph and I are going for dinner. We're going to a Tex-Mex restaurant in Central Texas. So I am changing my meals up a little bit today in preparation for that tonight, because I'm assuming that where we're eating tonight, even if I modify the meal a little bit, I'm assuming that it might be cooked in extra oil. There's gonna be additional fats added. So I'm just kind of trying to set myself up for success leading into tonight. And this is something you can do if you're trying to lose weight or you're on a cut. Set yourself up for success during the day so that when you go out to dinner in the evening, you're not worrying about it. So some of the changes I made so far today, for breakfast, I did 400 grams of egg whites and 1 whole egg. Usually I'll do 260 grams of egg whites and 3 whole eggs, but removing 2 of those whole eggs will make the fat a little bit lower. And then for meal 2, which I'm consuming right now, this is typically 200 grams of rice and 8 ounces of ground elk, but I'm doing chicken breast tenders because it's leaner. In 8 ounces of chicken breast tenders, there's only 6 grams of fat. So those are some of the things that you can do if you're planning on eating somewhere where you can't control the meal like very accurately, is just keep calories or certain macros lower throughout the day, and that's what I'm doing. So we're kicking off this leg workout with a pre-exhaustion that is leg extensions and leg curls. The way that I think about pre-exhaustion prior to doing barbell squats is I'm not taking it easy on extensions and curls. I'm more so thinking I want to crush my legs. I truly want them to be exhausted doing the barbell squats. And I want to destroy my legs so much today that on my 7-mile run tomorrow morning, I'm hurting. I want to make sure tomorrow morning when I'm running, I feel and know that I destroyed my legs the day prior. Come on. Woo! That's what a working pre-exhaust set looks like. So this is 1 scoop watermelon Intraflight. Intraflight is 8 grams of branched chain amino acids, carnitine L-tartrate, taurine, citrulline. This is amazing for not only facilitating recovery, but improving muscular endurance. Something that I can greatly benefit from during a cut, specifically when energy and calories are getting lower. There is a solitude that I can't achieve through anything except running. On the flip side, there's also an intensity that I can't achieve through anything except strength training. That's personally why I love balancing the both. The balance of strength in running, for me, is not a metaphor, but it's actually a realistic explanation of the balance of solitude versus intensity.
I can tell that you've been under pressure, telling them you're gonna make your statement. What you gonna get with all that effort is laying face down on the pavement. You got something to say to everybody but me. I heard you thinking you're brave, I promise we're gonna see. Don't wait, say that shit to my face. You break every promise you make to.
Barbell squats are complete. Now we have 2 movements left. One of those is stiff leg deadlifts. Sometimes I'll do this with dumbbells, but lately I've been enjoying barbells. What I love about stiff leg deadlifts is you can really target the hamstrings. You want to get a deep stretch, keeping your back straight, and then pulling with your glutes. So at the top of the movement, I'm focusing on squeezing those glutes together because we want lines in our butt cheeks by the time this prep is done. If you notice, every single rep is very intentional. I am focusing on the movement, on the contraction. With walking and barbell lunges right now, I'm focused on exactly how far out I'm stepping, and then where I'm pushing off, and then where I'm driving through. I want to feel that movement the entire way through. That is that mind-muscle connection. There's a thing, it works. I want to feel the muscles that I'm training, knowing that I'm activating those specific groups and muscle fibers and breaking them down so that they then can rebuild and grow. This has been a solid leg session. Very solid lower body strength day. Charlie, what do you think? Do you like Elmon? Whoa. Charlie!
Hey, move along.
Charlie? We got Charlie. So here's what I ended up getting for dinner. I got the chicken fajitas. The chicken they have here comes in an oil-based marinade. So they actually wash that marinade off, or as much of that marinade off as possible, and then grill the chicken. So there's a pound of the chicken right here. And then I have a side of rice and black beans. The thing is, if you're at a restaurant, most likely they can make accommodations or work with you based off of your needs and preferences. So this worked out pretty well. So we just got Charlie down, and she's asleep for the night. So I have the sauna set at 205 degrees. And right now I've been in for 18 minutes and 46 seconds. So I'm gonna go for about 25 minutes tonight. Really deep sweat. But for me, this is my meditative space of the evening. In the morning, I have my run, that is my solitude. In the evening, it is very similar when I get in the sauna for 20 to 30 minutes. This is when I just sit in silence and think and pray and reflect on my priorities and if I'm showing up to my priorities in life. So we'll do 25 minutes tonight. Post sauna thoughts, and this is what's going through my mind right now, and I just want to share it. This is the first prep I've done as a new father. You know, Charlie now is about to turn 7 months here soon, and the last prep that I did was for the Buffalo New York Marathon. We finished that at the end of May, and Charlie was born in July. This is the first time that I'm prepping for something as a father. And I will say that it is 10 times more difficult. And you guys have heard me talk a lot about controlling the variables. Control the variables that you can and want to control that will lead you towards success in a way that you determine it for something that you're working towards. In this situation right here, the variables that I can and wanted to control tonight was the food. Dinner, modifying the order, which the waiter was extremely helpful with, and the restaurant was extremely helpful with, and controlling the variables to stick to my diet, my calories, my macros, as we get closer to this show. There are certain things you have to do when you set a goal, when you set an objective, if you want to accomplish it. And I think that lesson is extremely valuable and extremely important. I have applied that my entire life, and it has helped me get to where I am today. But at the same time, what I was thinking about after dinner was, I don't want my daughter to grow up watching me control food and modify my orders like that while everyone else is eating normally, because what I know that can do to her mental health and the way that she views food. And Charlie's still very, very young. But as she gets older, I'm going to be very conscious of these decisions, the way I do certain things, because it is now my responsibility and priority to set her up for success. My children, my family, up for success. That's kind of what's been going through my mind tonight. You know, there's been a huge life transition in the last half year for me and Steph becoming parents. It has changed our life completely for the better. The way I view and think about things now is a little bit different than it was last year at this time. I'm so grateful for the opportunity. I'm so grateful to have a healthy baby girl. But I know as she gets older, she's going to be watching what I'm doing. She's going to be replicating what I'm choosing to do and how I'm doing it. And I'm very aware and conscious of that. But at the same time, when you set a goal, you say you're going to do something, you control the variables that you can and want to in that moment to get you to a certain point. It's always right in that line. And I think it always will be. But it's being aware and conscious of your priorities and who they're affecting in the moment. I just wanted to share that with you guys because it's what's going on in my mind right now. So, we'll see you guys in the next video.